Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. So, in the last session, we have seen how to do the basic or the required configurations for the fixed assets. Now we will be seeing the transactions, like how we will be adding the assets and the mass additions, and what is CIP assets and how we can add the CIP assets, and if we want to adjust the assets and how we can manage that. So today we will be focusing on the transaction parts. Once our basic configurations are done, we begin with the transactions. So let's see the agenda for our today's session. So in the transaction, we will be seeing how we will be adding the asset manually and through the spreadsheet. Then we will be seeing how to adjust assets using the manual or the spreadsheet method. And then we will be seeing what is CIP asset and how we can add the CIP asset into the capitalized asset once the CIP process is done. Then we will be moving to our mass additions. Mass additions is done through an application like payables or projects, and then the assets are moved to the fixed assets module by following the process of mass additions. And then we can see how we can split or merge asset lines using the mass addition process, and then how the source lines are prepared for the assets. If there is any asset which is present in the mass addition interface, then we need to prepare them and then we need to post them to the fixed asset module. So this is the overview of the topics that we will be covering today. Let's now move to the session. So adding assets. Adding assets is nothing but adding our fixed assets to our assets module. And if we want to perform it manually, we can add single assets through the fixed asset workbench. And if we want to add it through spreadsheet, we can create a list of assets or a single assets as per our requirement, and through the ADFDI worksheet we can fill those details. If we want to review the assets that we have created and the one that are ready to be posted, that we can see through the asset workbench. But the assets which are already added, if we want to inquire about those assets, we can use the task asset inquiry. Inquire asset task we can use, and then we can inquire about any asset. We'll move into the instance and see how we can manually and through spreadsheet do this. In the last session, I have created a user and provided the data access and required roles to the user, and in today's session I will be using the same user to perform these tasks. So let me log in through that user. So this is the Casey Brown user who has access for many asset books, but I'm using the user that I have provided the data access yesterday. So we will be also using Casey Brown for some things. So I'll as and when that is required, I will be using Casey Brown user. And for adding the asset, I am using user 001. So this user is having just the access for our asset book that we have created and just the fixed asset access. So if you go to the navigator, only fixed asset is available here. So there are two tabs. One is asset and asset inquiry. So I was talking about asset inquiry. If I need to inquire about any asset which is already present in my book, so I can go to the asset inquiry task, as I have gone now. I'll click on asset inquiry, and if I want to see what all assets had been added to my demo corp book, I can go to recent additions where I can see the books, the additions done. So if I want to see like in January 23 if any addition is there, yeah, so I can go to Jan 23. So all the assets that has been entered in Jan 23 to the demo corp USD book, I can view them. So this is the function that asset inquiry is used for. And if I go to assets workbench, this is the workbench where I can see any additions which are incomplete or any adjustments which are incomplete or which are lined up, that can be seen here. When we will be working, we will be using all these tasks. So here is the task list. So the first one is add asset. We can land to that inquire asset page from here also. So add asset. The book name is Demo Corp. You can see there are three types of assets: the CIP asset, the capitalized asset, and the expensed asset. So we will be seeing CIP in after some time. The capitalized is the one which is capitalized, which is ready to use, and expensed is the asset which has to be depreciated within the year itself. So the expensed is that type of asset. We are creating the capitalized asset. Now category we need to select. So say the major category is the demo category that we have created yesterday, and minor category is the category that is associated with this major category. So I am selecting demo office. Now I'll click on OK, and if you see, the description is mandatory field, so I will provide the description. Cost, say we will take any cost, so I am taking as 20 lakh, and unit is 1. This is our depreciation account which is defaulting. Location we need to select as the combination, so say India. This asset is belonging to India, say, and say building number 1 or something. Whatever is the values available in the building segment will be available here. So this is the location. Now there are two tabs, next and submit. If you will click the submit, then this asset will be created with the provided details, but if you want to provide some more details, you can click on next. I am clicking on next here. So this is the whole set of information that we can provide. So asset number will be defaulted when we will be submitting this. It will come automatically by the system generated number. If this is an intangible asset, you can always tick mark here in physical inventory. If this is a physical inventory, then we can select this checkbox. Asset key we can provide. So I will provide the asset key as new. Asset key can be additional information which is not non-financial, and then we can assign it. If this asset is in use, you can click on in use. If this asset is being managed by some employee, then that employee name and number can be provided. Depreciation expense account and location we have already provided. If you want to see the financial details provided, we can click on this tab and we can see the financial details. Now if you see the depreciation method, life in year, prorate convention, these fields are automatically populating. So these are coming because we have selected the category as a demo category, demo office. So with this category, the information that has been provided for these categories are defaulting by itself here. Okay, so these are the basic information. Now if I click on submit, you can save and close and then submit, or yeah, so this is the service date. If I need to change this to say 5th of Feb, then I can change it. But as we have selected the prorate convention as, if I again open it, prorate convention is okay, actually this asset is posted, so no information is coming here. If I refresh, you can see no information is present here. This is the asset which we have just now added. Now this is the asset number that has been generated, 112663. Now if I click on this asset number, and we have given the service date, means this asset is put to use from 5th of Feb 23. Now I'll tell you the importance of this prorate convention, which is calculate month. So based on this method, based on this convention, what will happen for the Feb month, the whole month's depreciation will be calculated as, that is the 1st of Feb. Okay, so even if it at any date my asset is placed on in service, but if cal month is the prorate convention, then for whole month the depreciation will be computed. This is the use of prorate convention. Now these are the details that has been provided with these asset. You can move, as no depreciation has been applied till now, the information will be available here when any depreciation is applied. So this is how we have added our first asset through the manual process. So if I go to that asset page again, asset workbench, so assets, now here if I select add assets in spreadsheet, the system will ask us from in which book we need to add the asset and what is the asset type. So the same asset type I'm selecting, capitalized. I'll click on go, and ADFDI Excel workbook will be downloaded. Click on open file. This is our sheet. Enable editing. It will ask you to log in. Yes. Provide the credentials. Sign in. So this is the book name, this is the asset type capitalized. Here we need to enter an interface line number, so I am adding 1. Queue name can be new or post or on hold. This reference we will see in the once we have loaded the asset. I'll take the queue name as new for now. Description I will give as demo. Okay, then I have to provide the major category and the minor category name. If okay, now I will double click on this, so it will take us to the system. Major category I am giving as demo category, and minor category I am giving as demo office. Okay, click on OK, click on OK. The information will be defaulting here. So the system has taken the category as demo category major and minor as demo office. Now we need to provide the date placed in service. So let us provide Feb 10th 23. Oh, this format is taking wrong. It should be month, then the date, and then the year. Let's provide it like this. Let's see if it takes. Then cost I am taking as 15 lakh. Unit is 1. Now location we need to provide. Country I am taking as USA. State we can take any state or county in USA. So let's take California. And then we need to have the city in California. So let's take Los Angeles, and building number or something, whatever there in buildings, we can provide that information. So I'm picking as office. Click on OK. My ADFDI sheet is taking a bit longer time today, so but it is working as expected. However, now I need to provide the depreciation expense account also. So 68120 is the depreciation account. 68120. Okay. So we have entered the interface line number, the queue name, a proper description, then category and location, the depreciation expense account, date placed in service. Let's see if any other field is mandatory. Other fields we will be adding in the instance if it is required. Okay. So yes, I think it's good to post. That's submitted. We'll not post it. We'll click on submit. Okay. Yeah, so this is given as row inserted successfully. Now if we go in the instance, this should be present. Okay, now our asset name is demo ss asset. So here cancel. If we just navigate to this page again, yeah, so you can see demo ss asset has been added, and this is coming as incomplete here, means the information is the asset is not ready to be posted now, as we had selected the queue as new. Now there are two ways of doing this. We can go to actions and add it from here, or we can prepare lines from this prepare source line also. So I will be using this task. Let's see if it works. Prepare source line, search. Okay, this is the set. Now actions, add it. The queue name is new. When the queue name is new, the asset is not posted directly. We'll have to select post as the queue type to get this asset posted. Now see, the service date here is taken as 10th of Feb 23, which is correct. Okay, now the details, if we require any more details to be specified, we can provide them here. I am providing the asset key as new. Okay, and any other detail if you require, you can provide them. And again, we have selected the demo category as the major category as demo category, demo office. This is defaulting. If I need to provide any other category, that category must have my asset book added in that. So I have added one more category. So let me change this. If you require, you can change this. So the category that I have provided is, I guess, building. Yeah, building. And here then the minor category is manufacturing. Okay, so this asset will be added to this category. Now you will see, once the category is changed, the fields will change. The life is changed to 10 years now, because it is based on the category that you have selected. So other things we'll keep as it is. And now save and close. Now click on done. Now you will see that in the additions, this incomplete has now moved to ready to post. If you click on the ready to post area, this post all option will be available. Select the asset, click on post all, and asset additions were submitted option block will appear here. You can go in the asset inquiry, inquire assets, and see the asset that is added through recent additions. So you can see two assets are now added. One we have added manually, and one we have added through the spreadsheet. You can see the asset number is automatically generated through the system. So we have seen how to add asset manually and through spreadsheet. Let's move to our PPT once again. Now we'll see the adjust assets. Adjust assets help us to perform adjustments to correct or update the financial and depreciation information for a single assets or for multiple assets. We can change the financial details of any asset, we can change its categories, or we can transfer the source lines. So two things we will be seeing through adjust asset. For one of the asset, we will be changing its financial details, and through spreadsheet we will be changing the category of any asset. So let's move to the instance and see how we can change the category. Again, we will go to the system. So these are the two assets we are having. So for one, we will be changing the financial details, and for one, we will be changing the category. So I will click done here. From the asset workbench, from the task list, you need to select adjust assets option. Now demo corp is my book. I need to select the asset number or the category. Any field which is marked with double asterisk means that at least one of these fields is required. So I will provide the asset number. So see, I have just now added this asset 112663. I'll click on this asset and there is two information coming: change financial detail and change category. So I will be changing the financial details. I'll click on change financial detail, and see this cost is available to change. The percentage method of the salvage value type is available, means you can have amount or percentage. If I want to add amount, I can mention the amount, means this building will have a salvage value. If I want to change the cost, say I will change the cost to 18 lakhs, and salvage value I am providing as say 2 lakhs, means I have purchased the asset say of 18 lakh, and 2 lakh will be the recoverable cost after 5 years when I will be selling this asset. If you want to change the depreciation method, the life in years, or the prorate convention method or anything, or you want to add the bonus rule, then you can provide it here. So we have changed to information. I will mention here the comment change in financial details. Okay, now open period is your Feb, and advanced rules I'll see. So the depreciation limit is limit type is none. If you want to provide, you can provide here by amount or person. That's all. And now I will click on submit. So when we adjust any asset, then it is submitted. Now after some time, see, I'll refresh it. So this will be adjusted. Now if I go to asset inquire, now our asset was 11663. If I open it, for now the cost I can see is 20 lakh outside, but when you open it, you can see the cost is now changed to 18 lakhs, and the recoverable cost is 16 lakh, because 2 lakh is your salvage value. You can see the changes that has been made. If you go to the cost history, so in Feb 23, the transaction date is 5th of Feb. This asset was added where the original cost was 20 lakh, but in the same month, on the transaction date 28th of Feb, the cost is changed to 18 lakh, and the recoverable cost is now 16 lakh, as 2 lakh is the salvage value. So you can see the transaction details also, how this is done, that we have adjusted it. This you can see, before it was this, after this is the adjustment seen. So now we have seen how we can adjust the asset. Now if we want to see the adjustments in spreadsheet, how we can do, we can click on adjust assets in spreadsheet. So here we need to select our book, then the transaction type, like what type of change I'll do the category change. Transaction group can be the name of the changes I am making. So I am selecting as demo test. Once these details are entered, this next tab will be available. Click on next, and your ADFDI spreadsheet will be downloaded. Click on open file. enable editing. It will again ask you to connect, provide the credentials. Okay, actually I have already provided the credential here, so the same credential the system has taken here. You can see demo core, demo test is available. Asset number we need to provide, so you can double click here. It will take you to the system. You can provide the asset number here, 112664. Search. This is our asset which we have added to the spreadsheet. Click on OK. It will it will provide the description here. Posting status, I will again take as new. You can take as post. Through post it will directly post, but I'll take it as new and then we will post it. So here we are seeing their option is new financial details. So the category which we need to change we will provide here. So I had changed the category to building manufacturing. Now I'll again change the category to demo category office. Sorry, demo office, I think. Yeah, I'll click on OK. Okay. This information I need to provide as it is relating to major and minor category change, and no other detail I can change because other details, see this is the category which the asset belong to, building manufacturing, and now we are changing it to demo category, demo office. So I'll upload this. Row inserted successfully. Let's move to the instance. So as I have clicked on new, the adjustment will not be posted. I will have to post it. So let's see. It will be coming as incomplete. It is coming as adjustment 1 incomplete. This is the asset. Now click on this asset. Click on prepare. Oh sorry. Will again provide you the I'll click on change category. So this is the category that is being changed. Now I'll click on submit. If you want to add the comment, you can add. Now when you have clicked on submit, this post option is available. Click on post. Asset adjustments was submitted. Okay. Now come to the inquire assets. Here this was our asset 112664. I'll open it. And you can see the category is now changed, demo category, demo office. And here you can see the category change, reclassification has been done. We can call it as reclassification. So this is about how we adjust asset. We can change the financial details or the category of any asset, and anytime the asset is posted in the notification, we can see the notification of asset adjustments or additions that has been completed. So still it is showing as one incomplete. I will click on the navigator and come to the page again. So this will be removed now. Yeah. Now moving to the CIP assets. So let's move to the PPT once again. CIP assets and CIP classification. CIP assets are the assets which are in process of construction, which are not capitalized yet. Means these assets are being constructed over a period of time and hence they are not placed into service. Capital construction in progress or CIP assets are the assets where these companies incurring the expenses to create those assets to come to move them to the ready to use stage. So there can be raw materials or labor involved in that, so you need to create and add expenses to your CIP assets as you incur those expenses for construction cost. The assets which are termed as CIP, they are not depreciated because they are not ready to use and they are not being used by our system. So once the CIP asset is completed and capitalized or and placed in service, we can then begin to depreciate those assets. So this is the standing of the CIP asset. So before we create the CIP asset, one thing needs to be kept in mind. So I will show you through this KC Brown user, because my user 001 doesn't has the access to go to setup and maintenance. We had manage asset category task in the fixed assets where we have specified the accounts. So I need to go to that screen. Just let me navigate. So from fixed asset, manage asset categories, this task which need to select. And for my book, the demo corp, I need to check the categories assigned. So these are the two categories. If I see demo category, demo office category, I'll click on add it here. We need to provide the CIP cost and the CIP clearing account. So once these two account is provided, we can then create the CIP assets. So what are the account code? 15400 and 15930. Let's click on cancel here. Yes. Now building manufacturing is another category which I have added to my asset book. Now I'll click on add it here, and my book name is Demo Corp. This is my book, Demo Corp. So see, Demo Corp doesn't has the CIP cost and the CIP clearing account. I need to provide them to add a CIP asset. So I will provide the accounts. This is CIP account and the CIP clearing account. 15930. CIP clearing. Okay, now as this account is provided, I will click on save and close, and now I will use this building manufacturing as the category for my asset, and then I'll see if it is working properly. So I will go to the user 001 again. Now I will create add asset manually. Add asset. Demo Corp is the book name. Asset type is CIP. Category is building. And minor category is manufacturing. Okay. So unit, it is taking as one. Cost is faded out because cost will be computed when my whole asset will be created. Okay, demo CIP location we can provide from here. Say USA. California. San Francisco. Okay, let me any city I'll take. Okay, let's take this San Angelo, and then building I'll take as 1. Based on your client information where that building is located, I can take the details as per that. Okay, so this is the correct combination. Okay, next. So the in service date, or from when I'm adding this asset, I'll taking it as 11th of Feb. Okay, because I will be capitalizing this in the Feb month itself, so I will be capitalizing it on the last day of the month. Now here, if I go to source lines, I can provide the description of or whatever cost has been incurred. So say I am providing the cost as 12,50,000 has been incurred, and likewise we can add the amount of all the expenses and labor that has been incurred. So this can be the information of source lines, and the supplier number, name, all things we can provide there. Because of the asset category, the following fields are being defaulted. Just click on submit here. Okay, now this asset will be available in your recent additions as CIP. Just let me inquire assets. So this is demo CIP, and if you see its type, it will be CIP, not the capitalized. When we want to move this asset to the capitalized asset, we will click on capitalized CIP asset task, and I can search it with the asset number search. So if you can see, the option of capitalize is available here. When you will click on capitalized, the system will ask you to provide the date of placed in service. So I will provide the 28th of Feb as the date. Now we can post this. Just click on done. So this asset is coming here, capitalization. Click on post. So now from the CIP asset, it will be moved to capitalized asset. So this is now capitalized. This thing will be gone. Navigator expenses, assets. No, now no asset is present here, as that asset is capitalized. In the inquire assets, we can see all the created assets. So the same asset number is provided. This was first the CIP asset, and now it has been classified. Capitalized. If you want, you can see the details over here, and if you want to add other financial information, then you can move to the asset adjustments, and then you can add the proper value of your asset by clicking on the financial details. So we have seen till now how to add the asset, how to adjust the assets, and how to create CIP assets, and how to move the CIP asset to the capitalized asset. Now we will see the mass additions. So mass addition helps us to add multiple assets automatically from any external source. You can create assets from one or more invoice distribution lines in Oracle Payables. you can have in the Oracle projects the construction in process asset lines, which you can then convert to the assets, which can be then capitalized, asset information from any other asset systems, or information from any other feeder system using the interface. So we will be using the Oracle Payables application, through where we will be bringing the mass addition assets. So what we will do, we will create the asset invoice lines in account payables, and then we will be running the create accounting process for that asset. And then we will be transferring the invoice lines into fixed assets by using the task create mass additions. Create mass addition process, and then we will be moving to our fixed asset workbench, where we will be preparing those mass addition and then posting it. So this is a simple task we need to perform. So let's move to the application. I'll log in through KC Brown and I'll create the asset invoice first, because my user 001 doesn't has that access. So let's go to KC Brown. In the navigator, invoices will come from payables, from payables workbench. You need to select invoices. Now here we'll quickly create an invoice. So US1 business unit, JGA as the supplier, I will select. Yeah. So number I'll give as demo Feb 1. USD dollar, I'll take any value, I'll take 10 lakh. Okay. Now the date I'll take as Feb, 15th Feb. Okay, term date will be 15th Feb. And in the line I'll add the amount as 10 lakh. Distribution, in the distribution combination, you need to select the asset clearing account. And this asset clearing account we must have specified in our asset categories. While providing the account in the asset category, we need to specify the asset clearing account. Then only the system will identify this. The other way to mark this invoice as asset, we can click on track an asset. I'll show you that too. First we'll select the distribution combination for asset clearing account. Okay, so account I need to provide as 515910, which is my asset clearing account, and cost center as 000. Okay, so this is the distribution combination. If you go to the assets tab, there is an option to track as asset. We can click on this and provide the book details. Okay, so say if I provide here the book details, or if I am not providing, let's see if the asset is picked up by the system or not. So this is the asset clearing count provided. As my system will take the tax information, let me remove it just a second. So you have to validate the invoice first. Now the system is taking time. Yeah. This is providing you needs revalidation because it is including the tax component. I will just remove the tax component from here. Added taxes. So now my invoice is matched. Now I'll click on validate. The invoice is validated. I'll do the accounting for this invoice. Post to ledger. I'll get an option of that accounting is completed. Yeah, accounting is completed. Okay. Because create accounting needs to be done before running the mass addition. Now I will go to schedule processes. Here I need to search the new process, create mass additions, search. This is the task, sorry, the process. Click on OK. Here you need to provide the accounting date. So I will provide Feb, 28th Feb, and asset book I'll provide as Demo Corp. Now I'll click on submit. Okay. I'll refresh till that process is succeeded. Yeah, I saw it has succeeded. So this is the process, it succeeded. Now I will go to that user and I'll navigate to this page. So you can see one as in complete is coming here. This is nothing but our invoice. If you click on the invoice, it will provide you the whole information that is available in the payables application. So this we call as drilling down from fixed asset to payables application. So this tax amount is coming, which I have removed. Okay, and the invoice amount is now 1 lakh or 10 lakh. Now you can prepare this through source line, or you can just click on add it. Okay, now the information you can provide here, the asset key if required. Okay, the employee number and other details which you require you can enter. Category we have already provided. Depreciation expense account is defaulting. You just need to provide the location here. So let's provide India. Maharashtra. Mumbai. Building 1. Okay. Now financial information, if you need to change or provide anything, you can provide in the source information. In the source information, you can see the source is your invoice. So the details of that invoice are coming here over here. Just now click on save and close. Sorry. Description is mandatory. Provide that. Q you can click on post and then save and close. You can see the queue name has been changed to post. So this is moved to ready to post now. If I select and click on ready to post, the post all option will come here. Now I'll click on post all. So this way, through mass addition, we can uh, create the assets in bulk also. There is a small task remaining, which is merge and split asset line. We will be creating split mass additions lines. We will create uh, we can split a mass addition line into multiple mass additions lines. When you split the mass addition lines, the queue name of the new lines is the same as the status of the original line before you split. The original line remains as the audit trail for the split. After the split, the original line has a queue name as split and cannot be made into an asset. So when we use this split line, say if I have purchased in bulk the assets and the whole amount is clubbed into one asset line, then one invoice line, then that we can split that invoice line into multiple asset lines. And in the same way, if we have a number of assets which are treated as different lines. So when we create an invoice for a fixed asset in payables, and then there are number of lines in an invoice, so it will be transferred as a separate asset at the time of transferring it to fixed assets. Say I have purchased laptop, mouse, keyboard from a vendor, and he has provided me an invoice with three separate lines. Now when I am moving it to the fixed asset, it will be considered as three different asset lines. So we can use the merge asset line functionality to merge these asset line into a single asset. In this case, the system gives you an option to use merge functionality, which help you to merge the separate invoice one asset. So we will go in the instance and we'll quickly create two invoices. One in one, we will be creating a bulk asset type where we have 5 assets, say, of 10 lakhs each, and the invoice amount is 50 lakh. We will be splitting this invoice, and another invoice we will create with two invoice line having total as 15 lakh, having 10 lakh and 5 lakh as two asset values, and we will then merge those lines. So let's move to KC Brown, and here in the payables invoices, I'll create two invoices quickly. Go to task list, create invoice, JGA, two. So first is 50 lakhs. This way will be splitting. So split invoice I'll write here. Okay. Now date I will take as Feb. Now lines. Distribution combination, I'll provide the asset clearing account. Okay, you can mark it as track as asset also, and then provide the book name and all. See, I'll provide here. So demo corp is our book name, and asset category I will provide as asset category I can choose from here. Okay, Now tax component I will remove, just a second. So just to avoid this tax information, I am doing this just to have the amount that is available, 50 lakh, to use only that amount. Now this invoice is validated. I'll click on post to ledger. So my first invoice is created. I'll click on save and close. I will quickly create another one. Create invoice. Here I will be having two lines. 15 lakhs. This I will be merging. So merge invoice. Okay. Details Feb. Now lines. Amount I will provide 10 lakh. Distribution the asset clearing account. Okay. Now another line I want 5 lakh. Okay. So this is the details provided. Validate. Sorry. Demo 4 I'll take. Yeah. Now again this tax. Just to show the exact impact of the amount and how it is, how the merge mass additions work, I am removing that text component, and then we'll click on post to ledger so that the accounting is created for this asset also. Okay, save and close. Now you will have to run that process again, create accounting, sorry, the create mass addition. Now accounting date again, because this is from Feb. Asset book is demo corp. Submit. So this way we have added two invoices to our invoices. One we will be using for split and one we will be using for merge. I'll move to the user 001 and re-navigate to my assets page, and this will now be available in our mass addition interface. So see, these two lines, merge invoice lines, are coming as 10 lakh and 5 lakh, and this split invoice is coming as 50 lakh. So these three are coming in additions incomplete. Now we will prepare these lines. So I will select first line and you see the option of merge here. Click on that. Now click on cancel so that this stays here and say no, and add the other line as merge. So these two lines are now merged. Click on submit. So you can see now only one line is there. If I go to added this, I can see this hold is placed hold. The first line is saying on hold and this is merged. You can see the total is 15 lakh. Now you can add the required details like location we need to here add. So I will add India. Pune is not there. I take Mumbai, and building I'll take as 2. And based on the values, these combinations are available. Now you can see the source information, the general information. Okay, now this is in use. No other field is mandatory. If you want, you can change the category from here, and just you need to save and close. Okay, I haven't changed the queue line, I think. Yeah, so queue is on hold. You need to make it to post. Now save and close. Click on this. Now click on ready to post. So this ready to post is the merge invoice, therefore that it is only coming here. Click on it and post all. So both the invoices are now merged. If I go to asset inquiry, inquire assets, you can see the asset is not displaying here. Okay, it's taking some time. I'll come here again. Till then, we'll see the split asset also. So this one is incomplete. Let's come to here. This is split invoice. So for split invoice, we need to first create the split invoice in the prepare in the source line. So the queue needs to be post, and this cost is 50 lakh. Here you can see the unit is 1. So I will give 5 as units. So means 5 units I want for this asset, and location we will select. So country is again India. City Mumbai, and you can have building as the values available. I'll select now manufacturing from here. Okay, as I had provided the category demo office, it is coming here. Okay, now source information will provide you the information of that invoice from which we have added. And if I click on save and close now, Let me just keep this as new for now. Just save and close. I'll not post it. So this is my split invoice. I will click on split here. So this will now create 5 lines for me, each having the cost as 10 lakh. If you want, you can open it and change the details of the cost, but these are not ready to post for now. So I will select all of these. Sorry. And from actions, I will click on prepare additions automatically. Now I will refresh this page. Let me re-navigate once. I will take 5 more minutes to wind up. Okay, as my queue is again new for this is not coming up. Let me click on the invoice and change the queue from new to post. Save and close. See, now my 5 assets are here ready to post. So click on it and just click on post all. So my assets are added. I'll show you these in the asset inquiry. Just I'm moving to my last present PPT. So you have seen how we can prepare the source lines. These help you to track information about where asset came from, including the sources such as the invoice line from your accounts payable system or the capital assets from your Oracle projects. You can enter source line manually or import them from the feeder systems such as Oracle payables. You can update both manually entered and feeder system source lines in Oracle assets. So from the task prepare source line, as we were changing the assets information like queue name from new to post and all, this prepare source line help us to create the to prepare the assets line which are in the queue, but once they are posted they are no longer available here. So I'll just go to inquire assets the last time, and you can see all the 5 assets that we have created through split invoice are added, having the value is 10 lakh each. And in the merge invoice it was showing as 10 lakh the cost, but now if you see it is showing as 15 lakh once the asset is added. So this way through mass addition we have added a new asset, and then we have seen the merge and split line concept. And if once we have added all the assets, we can run the depreciation and close our period also from this page. This we can see in our next session. I'll tell you how we can work on this, and if you want to see the additions that has been placed, we can click on this. So 11 assets we have added in today's session. So this was all for today, and hope you have understood the transactions. Thank you all for watching.